October is one of those months that reminded me that growth is not always linear, but consistency is key and it does pay off. In this video, we are diving into my October Teachers Pay Teachers Earning Report, talking about what worked and what didn't and what my plans are for the month of November. It's Rachel from the Behavior Check-In. If you're new here, I am a K-12 behavior specialist who helps teachers with real strategies for real classrooms. I also make resources to help teachers simplify everything that they have to do with their data and their behavior plans just to make it easier for them. So just a disclaimer, I am a small seller. This is something that I do casually. I obviously work and I create content and I'm a mother and I have kids and I'm busy. So this is like a realistic view into what it is like to have a Teachers Pay Teachers account. And so I just want to take you along through the good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing, all the things that come in with having a Teachers Pay Teachers. If you're new here and you're interested in things behavior, Teachers Pay Teachers, organization, all of that stuff, you're going to want to subscribe. I post videos with my TPT earnings each month. I also talk about behavior strategies for the classroom that can help you as a teacher, and also behavior strategies that can help you if you are a parent. This month, I actually made $887 in total sales and earned $709 after Teachers Pay Teachers fees. This is not where I wanted to hit with my goal, but it actually tells a really interesting story about my content strategy. Interesting with that is I actually did do a little sale at the end of the month. I don't always do this, but recently I've tried this as part of my strategy just to kind of increase sales. Usually the end of the month is sometimes slower for me, so I feel like throwing a sale can help boost those sales and try to get to my goal. So the key points to hit was I was consistent mid-month sales with strong performances around October 20th through the 31st with no major spikes from a sale, meaning the organic traffic and SEO carried me through. So I had 103 sales total, which is solid consistency for a mid-semester month. So one thing I noticed is I noticed a lot of smaller ticket items moving again. Back in like September and August, I was selling more of my bundles, and this time it's more of my smaller items, like my $4 to $8 items that were making the most sales. I think that ultimately impacted my overall sales because, of course, when I sell the bundles, they're bigger ticket items, which leads to a higher percentage of monetary gain. But I was selling smaller things that aren't super expensive. And I think that goes to say that, you know, teachers maybe don't need the big bundles right now, or it could be that people are just trying to save money. So this month, my behavior strategies bundle, service minutes tracker, and IEP goal progress data tracker continued to hold up my top spots. But what really stood out to me was the demand for the Google Sheets based data tools. Teachers are definitely craving editable, done-for-you trackers right now. So I have been working on something else that I will release this month. I didn't release as much as I wanted to. Life just got in the way and I got super busy. But I am working on another Google Sheets type tracker that I think is really going to blow up in the month of November. One thing to keep in mind with Teachers Pay Teachers is that you may work really, really hard on a product and post it and you don't get the traffic that you were hoping for because it takes a while for it to come up in search. What I'm seeing when I analyze my traffic this month, it looks like I'm getting a lot more organic growth through just SEO inside the Teachers Pay Teachers storefront than I am actually getting it through things that I'm promoting on social media. I did do a dedicated video and that was focusing on my new product that I put out, and that is my observation tracker. I did not see any major sales from that. I also didn't really have a huge pop off on that video, but one thing I've learned about Teachers Pay Teachers and YouTube is sometimes things just take a while to pop off and that you have to be patient. One thing that I'm really excited about is I did notice an increase in traffic from previous buyers, which is really good to know that they're loyal and they want to come back and support me. That makes me really happy. It lets me know that what I'm doing is helping teachers and making a difference. I've received a lot of positive reviews on my service minute tracker. To be precise, I think that teachers are really looking for something like that to help them log their minutes and be compliant, and I'm really happy that that is helping teachers save time, because honestly, that's what it's for. Our jobs are difficult and they are time consuming, and if we can have systems in place that make things easier, then that is all the much better. That way it gives us more time to work with kids and have more time for our own personal lives, you know, the things that really matter, not necessarily data collection and tracking service minutes and compliance stuff. Yes, it has a place, but oftentimes I feel like in this profession it takes over way more time than it should, and we do need more things in place to keep things simpler and easier to manage. So for me, I'm going to kind of build off of that momentum, seeing that those sorts of things are what teachers are looking for, which is why I am trying to develop a strategy moving forward where I'm going to build more products like that that seem to help teachers with what they're trying to manage with the compliance piece. And of course, if you have any suggestions of anything that you would like to see that you think would benefit you, if you're someone who does purchase my products, thank you so much, by the way. But if you do, just let me know below something that you would like to see. I'm always looking for new ideas. Sometimes it does take me a while to make the things that I make. They're very involved, and I have taught myself Google Sheets, so there's a lot of learning as I go, as I build my products. I never took like a specific course in it, so I like to play around and try new things and see what I can learn and come up with and challenge myself with. But that's one thing I do think that really helps my store do as well as it does, is I am creating things that teachers can't easily create for themselves. I will be honest, a lot of my products do involve hours of work on my end to create, and I know for a lot of teachers it's way worth it to them to spend $5 to $8, sometimes more, for a bundle on something that they have to put zero work into, whereas I probably put oh my gosh, for some of my more complicated sheets, probably 8 to 10 hours of work into them. So I think that that really speaks to what teachers are looking for right now. I think pretty much any teacher could kind of come up with something that you could throw into ChatGPT and then make look cute with Canva and ChatGPT if that's something that they wanted to do. But I think something that really takes them a long time to put a lot of effort into, such as Google Sheets or an entire lesson plan or a unit plan, are the things that they're really looking for right now. And that's what I'm noticing when I sit back and I look at my analytics. I didn't release as many products as I wanted to for my goal this month. October just kind of got to me. I hit the fall wall like everybody else did. I had a lot going on. I took a lot of time focusing on some of my products I did release, and I really do like the quality of those, so I think that that was a beneficial use of my time, but I didn't hit the 4 products that I wanted to create. I actually have a product that I'm going to be launching this week, and I'm really excited about that, and I was hoping to launch that in the month of October, but I just didn't get to it. I was working out a lot of different bugs on it and trying to play around with it and make sure that it was ready to go, and it wasn't quite ready to go by the time I released all my products, but that will be with my November products, and I'm hoping that I can bundle that with some other things. So all in all, I'm really hoping to release 4 products this month as well. I will continue to keep that goal until that's something that I can easily do. I'm going to be a little bit lenient on myself though, and I will allow one of those to be a bundle. I know that November I do have some more bricks, so I might be able to get more in there if I have the energy and the time available to do that over Thanksgiving break. So maybe I will have some more products released, but I know that when we get into the month of December, teachers are mainly looking more for holiday activities. So I don't know if that is the best time for me personally to release a product, because I don't really do a lot of holiday activities in my store. My store, of course, is more like data systems and behavior trackers and that kind of stuff. I do some social skills activities, and maybe for the month of December I might push more in that direction, especially with my social media promotion, because I think that that might align more. I also will be updating any of my products that will be more seasonal and aligned with the new year, updating everything with my thumbnails. If I had anything that was for 2025, I will update that for 2026, and so on and so forth. So that is my goal moving forward into the next month. I would love to make I'm still gonna keep at my, like, I would like to keep like $1,500. I think that that would be a really good goal. I did really well in the month of November last year. That was one of my best months, so maybe I'll have that kind of momentum. But I also had a video that went viral during that time, which I think did help with the sales in that area. So we'll just kind of see. But honestly, I'm happy with the $700 that I did make, because once again, I did put in work on products. I didn't see a huge return on those, but I know that will come. But I did see a huge return on the things that I have worked on in the past. So once again, that's passive income, and I'm happy that I'm able to bring that money in. So I did notice a slowdown, and that kind of was a bummer. Like I said, I didn't hit the goal that I wanted to hit, but I do know the teacher's in survival mode. I know a lot of people are being really careful financially right now, which I totally get. I'm right there with them. I noticed that on my social media groups that I belong with, it seemed like a lot of people were having a slower month as well. So I think that was an overall trend. I think people just really are trying to be careful with their finances, which is real. I get it. But I am hoping that maybe we will see an increase in the month of November. I definitely anticipate to see an increase in January. I usually do pretty well in January and February and March. Those are usually pretty good solid months for me. I've also learned that sometimes it's not your product, it's also your visibility. I know there are pay teacher creators that don't do any kind of promotion, and I think you have to have a store for a long period of time for that to be successful. Right now, if you haven't had a store for a long period of time, you're not going to rank as high in search, so your product isn't going to be as visible. So I think it really does help to use social media to help promote. But then, you know, once again, with social media, you never know when you're going to have a video that's going to be viral. I sometimes feel like the more effort that I put into something, the longer it takes to take off, or it doesn't take off at all. And then I just throw up like a random reel, then it blows up and I go viral. I can't explain it. It just is what it is. I guess it's just whatever hits, whatever pain point is needed at that point. So moving forward, I hope to batch some more content and keep on top of things and really utilize Thanksgiving break to get ahead of things. I'm hoping for that. We'll see how that all pans out. This school year has been nuts. I know I'm not alone in that. But like I said, I really feel positive that things are going to be moving in a good direction. And I want to know how you're doing. If you're a teachers pay teachers seller, I want to know, how did the month of October go for you? What are your goals moving forward? If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like it. That really helps me out on my channel, and share it to any other teacher that could benefit from it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. You're going to want to keep up to date, find out how my store is going as I add more products and grow. I'm really hoping that I will look back on these videos in a few years and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how far I came. But it's good to document that journey. I think for me to look back and be proud of what I have accomplished. So thank you so much for coming and watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.